It's been a tough start to the season for both Carpinteria and Dos Pueblos. Combined, they had one win entering tonight's contest. That belonged to DP back on September 4th. Both have been hit hard with injuries. These two Santa Barbara County teams have not played each other more than 10 years. Senior night for Dos Pueblos, always a thrill for the players to walk out on the field with their family members. Really exciting tonight as the school seniors at Dos Pueblos won $25,000 in an online contest of Men's Warehouse. I guarantee it. They beat out more than 33,000 schools. The seniors are going to use the money for various school improvements and special events. I'll tell you who was special tonight. It was the Manny Nowuso show at O'Leary Stadium. He got it started early in the first quarter reception for a first down. Then he got his first touchdown of many in this game. Pitch out from the 3-yard line. Let's move to the second quarter. And Manny Nowuso comes calling again. 1 yard, touchdown, and DP's up by a couple of touchdowns. But Carpinteria's Brandon Jordan, maybe the move of the night. Look at that. Wow.
Tall kid, too.
That was sweet. Oh, yeah, he was about 6'5". Johnny Ward can't wait till he plays some basketball this year. 69 yards, catch and carry, 14-7. But you know it was Manny's night. Takes the bubble screen. He's going to take it to the house. Manny's got some moves as well. Says, I see you, Mr. Jordan, and I'll raise you that move. And then Nowuso breaks free again. Studding up, breaking tackles.
Wow, that was about 5 different defenders.
That was, wasn't it? Manny Nowuso having himself a night, and back comes Brandon. Can you believe this? It's like a one-on-one basketball going on here. There he is again, over the middle. Now it's a different guy this time. Mikey Garibay with the touchdown pass for Carpinteria, but there he is again. Nowuso, I think, had 5 touchdowns in this one.
Looks like.
Yeah, 53-28. Dos Pueblos wins that game. Carp has a non-league home contest against Santa Paula. Dos Pueblos opens up Channel League action next Friday at Buena.
Well, those Buena Bulldogs had a Ventura County showdown tonight against the Rio Mesa Spartans. Now, both of these teams lost by 3 points last week. Buena falling in overtime to Pacifica. Out to Buena High School, where they get the final tune-up of the... Look at this baby. That's baby Bo. He's waiting to put on the football pads, right? Well, we'll pick it up in the first with Rio leading it 3-0. Buena quarterback Martin Mijares looking for the open man. A bunch of Spartans missing the tackle. Meanwhile, Rio forgets about the lone Bulldog waiting in the end zone. That'd be Robert Johnson. Now, he would come down with the touchdown. Buena would take the lead 7-3. Same quarter. Rio answering right back. Austin Masal showing off his arm, connecting with Stevie Houston, who makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. So next play, Buena's defense comes up huge with the stop to force Rio Mesa for a field goal. Now, here we go with the kickoff. Who do you think it would be? I was all over this. Check it out. Bear with me here. This would be a Rio Mesa touchdown.
I think that's Joe Diaz.
This is Joe Diaz. I don't know how I got so lost in my highlights. I was at this game.
He's no average Joe.
There you go. Now, in the end, Rio Mesa would put up a fight, but you know, Buena would come right back, scoring the final in this one, 31-26. Now, next Friday, Rio Mesa has a big Pacific View League opener as they host Oxnard. Buena has Dos Pueblos.
The Ventura Cougars with back-to-back difficult games. Last week, they lost at the top team in the Northern Division, Camarillo. Now, Ventura playing on the road against Hart High School. The ASU Cronkite Sports Bureau was also at the College of the Canyons. We appreciate their work, as always. Hart running back Nelson James scores on 4th and 2 from the 6-yard line. 6-0 Hart. They mixed the extra point. We're going to move to the second quarter now. Hart running back C.J. Susat, 13-0 Hart. And the cheerleaders getting busy with the push-ups. 13, look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's impressive.
That is really nice. Hart cornerback C.J. Stokes going to step in front of a Tyler Smith pass. So Hart controlling this first half. But then Ventura says, you know what, we need that ball back. Nick Moore completion. Nelson James, he gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and it's Steven Hernandez with the recovery. Ventura running back Brock Mortensen He scored not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns in this one for the Cougars. Cut this one to a 13-7 lead. 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and Ventura thinking, hey, we can play with these hard Indians. But here comes Stokes again. And this is from the bird's eye view. Coaches like this angle. You scared of heights, Center A?
I actually am. I'm terrified of them.
That's very high up there. Let's get back on the ground because I don't want to see this anymore. Nick Moore finds James wide open for a late touchdown in the half. Just 29 seconds left in that first half. It's 20-7. Ventura puts up a fight, but it's hard winning this one. Final 29-21. Now Ventura returns home. They begin defense of their Channel League crown against Santa Barbara. San Marcos and Nordhoff have had trouble stopping teams this year. They met up in Ojai tonight. That's where Friday Football Focus reporter Trevor Saffel was. He joins us live in studio with the highlights.
That's right, Mike. Both of these teams have allowed 35 or more points in a game 4 times already, so it's no wonder why teams have been wins have been tough to come by for San Marcos and Nordhoff. The visiting Royals were going for their 2nd win of the year. Nordhoff trying to get that first W.
No wins, no problem for Ranger Jeff. He's fired up for the game. After an Opomo score, San Marcos trying to answer, but they cough it up. Rangers recovered. Nordhoff now with great field position, and it's Daniel Williams airing it out to Rain Wilson for the score. Rangers out to a quick 12-0 lead. The Royals trying to respond. Deshaun Vines finds his man Rob Alfaro on the sideline, who takes it up the field for a huge gain. But San Marcos had a bad case of the fumbles tonight, and they give it right back. Nordhoff not one to waste chances. Williams finds Rain Wilson, and he's making it rain. Rangers take the commanding 18-0 lead. Nordhoff with the ball again, and they give it to Jake Perry, and someone needs to make a tackle, but Perry squeezes through the hole, and it's 37 yards for 6 more. It's now 24-0 Nordhoff. But here comes San Marcos. Deshaun Vines with the quarterback keeper, and he's off to the races. Due to technical difficulties, we picked this one up later in the play, and Vines is still running. 80 yards to the house. San Marcos is on the board. Next possession, it's the Royals defense making the play. Sten Carr with the interception. The Royals have some momentum. Now San Marcos with the ball. Vines hits the wide open Anthony Diaz, and he's got room to run, but he left his running shoes with his home jerseys. And Johnny Contreras chases him down at the 5-yard line. Next play, it's Vines who caps off the drive, finding pay dirt to make the game 25-13 in favor of Nordhoff. Going into halftime, and it would remain that way as neither team scores in the second half. And up next for Nordhoff, a real tough opponent is Sierra Canyon. Comes to Ojai for San Marcos. They're off until October 16th when they host Ventura. Reporting live in the studio, Trevor Saffel. Back to you, Center A.
All right, thanks, Trevor. Well, it's been feast or famine for Channel Islands this season. They have lost 3 blowout wins and 2 lopsided losses. Now, tonight, the Raiders at home taking on Culver City. Now, we'll pick it up in the first, and the give to Culver City's running back, Cal Hill Hooper. Now, he runs straight up the middle for the first touchdown of the night. Culver City goes up 7-0, and they weren't done just yet. Later in the first, Jonathan Martin hooking up with Mason Multihill. Now, he would take a hit, but keeps on going. The defense lost sight of it, and so did our camera person. Now Mobile Hill is gone all the way for another Culver City touchdown. It's now 14-0 over. Oh no, in the second, Martin going deep to a wide open McKeel Ware. Now the Raiders down 21-3, but they would find some life in the next drive. That would be Tommy Silva to the big boy, Jalen Valagawa. I totally messed that name up. I'm so sorry. Now he fights off a couple of defenders to get in for the touchdown, although it would not be enough for a victory tonight. Culver City comes up on top over Channel Islands 54-30. The Raiders will be at Pacifica next Friday.
VCPreps.com gave him a week. Royal at Moorpark. I believe my main man, Danny Page, doing a play-by-play for this one. He does nice work. So does Royals' Matt Shumbato. It's Ryan Pinch, 10-0 Highlanders. Second quarter, more from those two. Santa Barbara knows all too well about that combo. Highlanders burned the Dons last week with that. Pinch touchdown, 17-0 Royals. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Moorpark gets on the board. Tyler Reese, the TD. Now, late fourth quarter, Moorpark down 7, and it's Nico Booth, 48. Hip, hip, hooray, Moorpark. The Musketeers, game time touchdown at 17, all still tied at 17. Shumbato accidentally steps on the back of the end zone. That's a safety. Moorpark with a nice comeback. 19-17, they win. Moorpark at Agora next week. Royal home against rival Simi Valley.
It's going to be a good one. Well, when we come back, highlights from Wainimi High School as the Vikings battle the Fillmore Flashes.
And we're going to have a feature story on a Panther player who transferred in from Westlake and has found a home in Newbury Park.